how do you figure out what ancestor to research next? How do you know which ones need the work done? Well, one of the tools that allows you to do this is Puzzilla. Howdy, welcome to Family History Fanatics. My name is Caleb Lee, and this is a genealogy channel where we teach you how to understand your DNA, climb your family tree, and write the stories of your ancestors. Today we'll be focusing on researching your family tree. Specifically, we're talking about Puzzilla and what it can do for you to help you figure out what you should start researching and what ancestor you should focus on. So in order to use Puzzilla, which you can see at least the homepage right here, you're going to need a FamilySearch account, and you're going to click here and you're going to sign in with the FamilySearch account. So this is what's going to happen. Puzzilla is going to load up this screen, and you can use your mouse, left click, and drag up, drag around, using your mouse, moving your mouse in order to move around. And there's not much reason to move it around, but that'll become much more important later. So one thing you can do with Puzzilla is you can go and add more generations. But the more generations it takes, the more ancestors Puzzilla has to go and grab from FamilySearch. So it takes a bit longer, but usually about like 7 to 8 generations is enough to have it be useful for you. And already we can see one of the cool things about Puzzilla is it shows you where there are holes in your family tree, where there are ancestors that you haven't found their parents. For instance, this is on my mom's side, and there's a couple, James Brown and Catherine, that it looks like we don't have much information about them. We have James's death date, and we have her birth roughly. So we don't have a lot of information about this couple, and we don't have their parents. And if you'll take a look over here, we have Nancy, and she has no parents. Obviously she has parents, we just haven't found them in the tree or in the records. And so Nancy is over there, and then look, there's Polly over there. So there are a lot of research opportunities over here. However, y'all may have had some problems seeing this, and there are a couple, and due to the large number of people around here, it's hard to notice all the people that you're missing that don't have the stuff. For instance, over here, Joseph Geisler. I don't think any of y'all spotted that, and I didn't until just now. So what you can do in order to kind of shrink this tree to make you see where it is I'm noticing there's a lot of holes over this tree, so I'm betting that this area over here probably needs some work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to my father, and I'm going to click hide or show tree. And now look at that. There's my dad, and then there's my mom. We've cut this in half, and now you see the holes are much bigger. But if it looks like, maybe this side, the side on the left, it's not it looks like it's mostly filled out. We can click hide, and then boom. We missed William Anderson. I completely didn't notice him the first time around looking at it. And then there's this Jeanette over here. There's Charles, James, and Catherine, and Nancy. Now, a weird thing about Puzzilla is that if you click now, add 8 generations, so you have to add it's adding another generation, it adds the entire generation. So if we were to click over here and hide show tree, there it is. It's weird. I feel like it should just load the stuff that you need when you need it, this stuff. But look at that. There's more stuff. James and Catherine, obviously, their line didn't continue in terms of the records. But we have over here just a Townsend. There are a lot of cool things you can find with Puzzilla. So there are other things you can do with Puzzilla and different modes that you can do. One of them is you can go and take a look at the ancestors, which are also your ancestors. So we're going to just click ancestors, and it will load up again six generations. That's the standard. And look at that. This is Caroline, and take a look. We have all these people that are part of her family. And now another thing Puzzilla can do is it has a descendancy view where it shows you all the children and the grandchildren and so forth of a particular ancestor. FamilySearch does have it, but since the Puzzilla is a more condensed, more visual tree than the more information tree like the descendancy, it allows you to see what stuff you missed. So let's just take Andrew Jackson Peak and take a look at his descendants. And this is going to open up a new tab. Again, load up this giant screen. It looks like, I don't know, the plans for the Death Star or something. Now, what can you do with this? Why is this so important? Well, here's the thing. It shows you who had kids and who didn't. So for instance, this guy, Josiah Barry, he had a lot of kids. This girl, Mary Jackson, she didn't. This guy, none. This person had a lot. And then among, say, let's go over here, Silas, his kids, they kept going and kept going. Now, one thing this will do is it will show you who died under the age of 16. So, for instance, right here, Anna Margaret Brooks. She died before 16. She actually died the day... Yeah, she died the next day. So, obviously, she isn't having any kids, so we should expect her line to die off. And same with over here. This person, William Ezridus Peak, we wouldn't expect him to have kids, but maybe Bertha might have. And so if we expand out a little bit more, this little yellow thing, it shows you where the people that we don't expect to have lines, but everybody else who kind of just stops, they might have had kids. Okay, so what is the use of all this? Why would I care? Why would you care about what this tool can do for you? One of the great things about Puzzilla is you can see which lines you don't have. We don't know whether or not there are kids, descendants in that line. So if I was looking for a place to research, somebody to look at, I'd take a look at John T. Peak. We don't have his death date. We don't have much information about him, but I don't know whether or not we've done all the searching. So I should go and I should check out View and Family Tree and try to figure out, maybe a lot of research has been done and people have concluded, yeah, he never had kids or didn't do anything else. Or maybe he did have kids and we just don't know it. So that's basically all of Puzzilla. You can use it for a lot of things, for finding holes going up your tree, finding holes going down your tree, basically trying to figure out where haven't you researched and thus where you should put your time in to research. So hopefully I've convinced you right now that Puzzilla is a great tool for both beginner genealogists and more experienced genealogists. But if you still need more help just trying to figure out what to do now you know where to research, then I suggest this video by my mom. She talks about how to begin genealogy. Or maybe you're more experienced and you want to learn how to tackle a challenging but very rewarding record set. In that case, I'd check out this playlist right here where we go into newspapers and all the ways you can find really great stories that are hidden inside them.